You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo. I'm coming at you with another live stream. Oh, now they demons. So you got these set individuals saying that the daughter of Zion are demons. You have these set individuals are saying the daughters of Zion are demons. They demon possessed. They so invested in demons that they are saying that the daughters of Zion are demons. Yet, if you look at their track record, they have entities all around them. And it goes to show you what we've been saying about these set individuals of why they don't want to deal with the daughter of Zion and they don't mind using the nation woman to create with, to create their own entities, if not careful. Meaning, I'm not putting it on the children. It's just that the individual and the set individuals around them are saying the daughters of Zion are possessed. Talking about how we in the month of October, there's a lot of people being possessed. Well, I'm not going to play the video in question. I do know that this is an occurrence that happened. I don't know what state. You have a lot of people probably talking about it. At the same time, we are definitely in a spiritual war. And there's a lot of things happening in some of these confined places at the same time. To say that she's possessed, to say that something is going on with her. He was painting a picture to the male audience in cold that the daughters of Zion are demon and that you're not supposed to give a daughter of Zion a chance to get to know her, to build with her. You got to read between the lines. It is an unfortunate interaction situation that occurred at the same time. To say the person is possessed. No, what we're going to find out is it's entities like you who have these women out here fending for themselves. You're not taking care of responsibilities for them. And see, this is the situation that we must talk about. Because you got guys like these entities who were once dealing with the daughters of Zion, leave them out there, had all types of intercourse with them, and then leave them, got what they could out of them. And when she finds out who you are, now you want to pack up and leave. Or she just throw you out, and rightfully so. And so what's happening is that you have this guy painting the picture that the daughters of Zion are demons. You have other set individuals who are going to talk about this because he talked about it. In a way, was very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. As you enter into the chat, make sure you hit the like button on your way in. We're doing an early live stream. Let me do something here real quick. Because, see, I realize we're in a time such as never before. And there's a lot of things you can look into this, how for what it is. And I'm going to say this to you ladies. This is why you got to be mindful of who you deal with. who you entertain, because a lot of these guys are more possessed than you are. A lot of these men are possessed more than you are. You are the one who receive a lot of these men's energy. And it could be real possible that she called for help, and for whatever reason, whatever person she was dealing with had her possessed. Because you got to remember, what these warlocks do is if they have a way with you, they will make you lose it. And then you snap back into reality. So, these entities be knowing who to prey on. You know what I'm saying? Who to make them do their work to become witches. So, in order for a woman to become a witch, she has to learn from a warlock. Just like Eve learned from the Black Devil how to convince Adam to go against God, it always have to be the entity. So, of course, the entity knows what another entity being possessed is. What I will do is play the clip in terms of on my phone. All right? I'll play it on my phone instead of showing the video. You're going to listen to what this set individual said and expect other people to talk about it. All right? So without further ado, let's get to it. You're going to hear it from this set individual. And y'all know who the set individual is. I don't need to tell y'all. So without further ado, let's hear it. Hold on one second, because I have to make sure everything's good. Because it's some graph. That's why I'm not playing it, because of the graphics and everything. It's graphics and all that. Listen.
Well, what are they going to say about this video you're about to witness? Remember, the Bible says we battle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness and principalities in high places. You're about to find that out in this video. With no further ado, let's get into it. Everybody, pound the like button and share this video everywhere, because there's going to be a lot of edification going on in this particular stream. So you can understand that we're living in a physical world, but things manifest from the spiritual world. And it's,
if you are with the Most High, they cannot touch you, they cannot get near you, and they cannot possess you. What I will say is, whoever she was dealing with had her do something that is, caused the situation. It's like, when I look at her, it's not her, right? So that's why, ladies, you got to be mindful of who you deal with. Because a lot of these men, you may think that they are good for you, may not be good for you. There's a lot of men being possessed more than ladies are. And so for a lady to be possessed, it has to come from a man that's possessed. And there's a thing called mesmerize. So you mesmerize thinking that this guy's normal, and he's dabbling into a lot of situations, like this person that's talking, this entity that's talking. So of course he gonna blame the woman for being possessed, not looking into the artifact of who she was dealing with, what type of events she went to, and what type of things they put on her, and she didn't have her hedge on because she believed in the person she was dealing with. So this is deeper than the officer in her. Okay? It's deeper than the officer in her. All right? So you're gonna hear what he say though, in a disrespectful way. It's coming.
really something to behold. Peep the game. man. I'm Officer Little. Now I want y'all to peep. You can hear her talking behind the door before she got to the door. You can hear this subtle voice. Sounds real calm, right? And first mistake the officer made was allowing her to close that door back and go do whatever it is she was going to do. Most officers, once you open that door and you attempt to close that door, they're barging in. They barging in, they breaking the door down, they automatically are slapping cuffs on you. So the officer was just like, okay, he let her close the door, gave her the benefit of the doubt. You know, he didn't get aggressive, he didn't do any of that. So I want y'all to pay attention to that.
Why he saying, I need you to pay attention to that? Okay, so the officer, she opened the door, she closed the door. Okay, so what is going on? Like I said, it's some entities that she dealt with, and they put some trenches on her. Y'all gotta go see this movie. I forget what it's called. I saw the movie where you had the sister went to take her friend to the island, and they had them ate and drink some things that make you have a memory loss. This stuff is real, y'all. This stuff is real. All right? So just be mindful and cognizant of who you entertain these days. Because this kind of remind me of the movie. And in that movie, you know, they escape. Well, two of them escape in that movie. The rest of them, you know, unalive at the same time. She used the person who was also being used by the entity. So basically, there's a world within the world at the same time, which is seen is kind of like that movie. Let's continue. He knocked on the door again.
Hold on. Let's go back to that. We're going to get to it, y'all. I'm trying to make out what she said. Hi, man. I'm Officer Little. That's crazy.
Now he's saying she crazy.
That's crazy.
He's saying she crazy.
Hear the voice change. Now notice when she first slashed at that man, what is the first thing he said? Oh, Jesus Christ. Same thing Sonya Messi was saying when the officer pulled up on her, right? So what we seeing here is that these demons just want to claim lives. Now notice her voice change. She went from a soft, subtle voice. Yeah, she said, it sounded like she said, you can come inside. Bro, she invited the demon in. Like, listen, you got to hear it. Y'all heard that. She said, you can come inside. Watch. She invited the demon in and went right to slash her. She went right slash her on homeboy. We talking about it's beginning to feel like Halloween. It's beginning to look crazy out here. Real spooky. Around this time of year, I be trying to warn y'all that jumping demons are real.
Jumping demons are real. So he got that for me. He got that for Brainwaves. at the same time, we don't push that fear. See, people with fear, enunciating, entertain certain things. With her, it was someone she was dealing with who got to be a man that was possessed and did some things to her unnaturally to where she don't know who she is. You know what I'm saying? And it jumped on her. Now, why would he say that? Because he's admitting that the entities is jumping on him all the time. It hasn't left him. And he's talking about people crashing out. You crashed out a few times already. So I wouldn't talk about crash out when you crashed out many times on your backup channel and a few times on your main channel. Let's continue.
Now, peep this.
He's rewinding it again.
Hey man, I'm off salute.
Wow.
Me personally, once a person knock on the door and they close the door, I'm going to call the people up that made the call to find out what's going on. Me personally, because now, well, first and foremost, you don't know what's going on inside the place. And secondly, it's unfortunate because it's like, y'all, people, certain things you have to be discerning about, right? When the person opens and closes the door, you're not dealing with a person, you're dealing with something that's in the person. However, you have to track of where it's coming from. All right. So I'm going to be doing some research on this person, and find out what's going on. The lady in question and the officer in question. All right, let's continue.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the voice change. You heard the demon come out. Now, I want to explain to y'all what y'all just heard. You heard the demon saying, "Oh yeah," as if it was getting pleasure out of the entire situation.
Here we go. Using my talking point. Oh yeah. Now, he's saying that the entity is getting pleasure out of this. What does that mean? He gets pleasure from the demon, is what he's saying in code. This entity, this individual gets pleasure. So what you're starting to see is they get pleasure out of sickness, not healing. You get what I'm saying? They don't want to see people healed. So let's continue, y'all. This is crazy.
The demon felt fear coming from the officer. The demon also knew that woman's life was going to be claimed, and it was a male demon. It was a malevolent force. That was a male, literally.
Now the entity is telling the truth. It was a male entity. That means what I just said. Whoever she was dealing with was fully possessed by them entities in an enclave into her life because she was in fear because she dealt with a person that was in fear. And when she had intercourse or whatever the case going on, it jumped into her. This is why you got to be mindful, ladies, of who you allow to be in your life sexually. Having different entities and they're not on point could cause you to hallucinate and have the person take over your body, you know. So this is what's going on. Let's continue. He knows what he entertains. So of course he's gonna make some sense of it. Let's continue.
That was a male voice you heard. Look at the face on this entity, bro. It literally, you seeing it manifest. That's a male demon that just manifests. You can see the bullet coming out of the gun. She was shot multiple times before even, bro, the body was still moving, still coming after this man, multiple shots, bro. Multiple times she came at this man. And y'all gotta understand, it ain't nothing new under the sun. It ain't nothing new under the sun. The scriptures in Mark 5 tell you that there's demons out here who have superpowers. Like,
did you hear that? This same entity is talking about engaging into that. Okay? Let's go.
Look, we're gonna go there real quick. Let's go to Matthew 8 and 28. And it says, and when he came to the other side into the country of the Gadarenes, 2 demon-possessed men confronted him as they were coming out of the tombs. They were so extremely violent that no one could pass by that way. And they cried out, saying, what business do you have with us, Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before thy time? Now they was heard of many pigs feeding in the distance. Look, they were so violent, nobody can come their way. Nobody can walk by. You understand? But when Christ came by, they got shut down. Now, if you go to Mark 5, we're going to go to Mark 5 real quick to show you what type of violence these demons be having. Just so you can understand, it's nothing new. The Bible is real.
Yeah, like you the entity of entities, right? Let's continue. We've been shutting you down and you've been now talking about what's going on in your world. You see, these people are fascinated with this stuff because they are one of them. And when you have the light and you have Christ, you have the Most High, you have the angels encamp around you, there's nothing they could do to you. They can say what they want to say, yet they know the truth is in you. And all they can do is bring up your past, saying you're doing the same thing you're doing today you was doing back then. No. Let's continue. Let's hear this.
This stuff is real. You need to know this. Peep this. In Mark 5, it says, hold on, let me get here.
Here we go.
Man, where's the scripture I had where it talks about them breaking stones, cutting themselves with stones, all of it? Y'all need to see how destructive they are to themselves. I'm going to pull that up. Give me a moment. I'm going to play this back and pull that up. I thought I had it. Let's go. Let's run this back.
We already heard it so many times. Let's get to the point.
Because there's a lot of demonic energy out here, man, around this time of the year. Why? Because there's a lot of sacrifice going on. There's a lot of rituals going on. And that person was clearly ready to go and take off a salute with him. Or him, her, I don't know. I'm not seeing the details on that. But if y'all want to share that with me, you know what I'm saying, point me in that direction. But what we do know is that these entities be moving in people. Yeah, a lot of missing children this time of year. That's why you got to pray over your children, man. Don't be sending them out here in these streets, knocking on strangers' doors. It's not going to end well.
Everybody with common sense would know that. So why would you mention that? Everybody with common sense know to be mindful of knocking on people's doors randomly. What you applying that? That's what's going on for you to talk about that. I mean, people know that. Let's go.
Many people out here abducting children. Too many people out here, organ harvesting. So he said World Star got a video on it. Let me go to that. Let me see what they talking about on World Star. I ain't been on that site in a minute.
He ain't been on that site in a few days. Let me fast forward. I want to get to the point that I heard.
And you still got people out here talking about demons ain't real. Yo.
He's talking about brainwaves. He's talking about me. And he's talking about Ringo. Let me rewind it back. It's at the 24 minute and 39 seconds. Let me rewind it back a little bit, though. Let's go to the 24 minute mark. All right, here we go.
Yo.
Here we go. This is the point I want you to hear. This entity keep walking back and forth.
And you still got people out here talking about demons ain't real. Yo, you know what I just heard? Y'all know the scripture when it says, when Christ asked them who they were, and they said they are legion and they are many? That's what I heard. They're legions, man. That's legions in that person. Rebuke it. Hey, look, if y'all feel some type of way in y'all house right now, y'all watching this stream, look, don't let it get to you. All you got to do is rebuke it. You hear me? You got to hit that joint with a spiritual voltage beam. You know what I'm saying?
If you see what the set individual is wearing, that should let you know what they're involved in right now. What the set individual is wearing should let you know what they're involved in. How this set individual have leveled up in that situation. So they revealing themselves more and more and more. Pay attention. Let's go. Meaning, check out the video. Y'all know who the set individual is. Look at what the set individual is wearing. Get a screenshot of it and do your research. Let's go.
You got to, hey, look, it ain't gonna bother y'all. Look, y'all, hey, look, listen. We children of the Most High, y'all. Don't be at home all, you know what I'm saying, shaking in the spirit. This ain't for the faint at heart. We just showing these things are real. They've been around. They've been around since ancient civilizations, medieval times, post BC times, before Christ and after the death. These things been running around here, bro. They exist. They're real. You know what just happened? That demon is looking for another host. It was like, job done. The demon was like, all right, I'm done with this one. As soon as that body dropped and the blood stopped pumping, as soon as the blood stopped pumping through the flesh and that heart stopped beating, that demon, you heard the demon just release into the damn atmosphere. It's going to the next person. It's going to look for somebody else. Yo, Truthful Purpose says, I heard that sound before. It's demonic for sure. It's different than normal death. A normal death rattle people make when they die. Yeah, that ain't no normal death rattle. I done seen plenty of people die.
You heard what he said? He's seen a lot of people unalive. This entity said he's seen a lot of people unalive. Let's continue.
Plenty of people. I done seen so much. I done seen so much violence in my life. I done seen so much, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've never heard that before when somebody's giving up the ghost. That person was tormented. And if it was what y'all say it was, that would explain a whole lot. That's right. That was definitely a Legion leaving. That was wild.
Okay, so let me fast forward. Here we go.
You act like all cops are just wrong, evil, and foul. And bro, look, this is why. Look, and we wonder why cops be quick to draw like stuff like that. And I don't back the blue or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is, spirits are spirits, people are people. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go. And looks, you got Sexy Red still playing.
So you hear Sexy Red in the background, so we're gonna have to fast forward a little bit. All right, let's continue.
I just like stuff to be confirmed. But whatever gender it is, it was possessed. SOG1 on channel 5. I'm gonna show y'all this thing.
So he was asking, do we have anybody on staff? Because I don't know what state this person in. Let me check to see what the state this person was in. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, y'all, while I do my research. Looks like it's in, let's see. Oh, it's an ex-basketball player in Virginia. This happened in Virginia. This is an ex-basketball player, y'all. I have to show you who it is. Hold on 1 second. It's an ex-basketball WNBA player. All right, hold on. We got some research to do. Hold on. One second. This is an ex-basketball player. All right. Hold up. 1 second. Y'all, I'm gonna get the hold on a second, because let's see what they're saying. They're saying this is an ex-basketball player. I want to get these ads out. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Get these ads out. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure everything's clear. I want to make sure. So I'm trying to find out information right now. Hold on the fly. Give me 1 second. Because, see, it's saying ex-basketball player on Inside Edition. Former Georgia basketball player. So she's a former Georgetown basketball player. Okay, so she's a former Georgetown basketball player. I want to see who she was with. Let's see something. Okay. What's Sydney Wilson's boyfriend? What's Sydney Wilson's boyfriend? Hold on 1 second. So this is no, not that person. No, not that person. I'm not looking for that person. No. No. Okay, so I'm looking for the Georgetown one. Hold on. Hold on. Not that Sydney Wilson. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I find some images. I see her in Georgetown. Yet I don't see who the boy. No boyfriend. No boyfriend. No boyfriend. Let's see. I cannot show that image. I cannot show that image. All right. So basically, she was playing for Georgetown. She was an athlete, a former athlete. I have to look into more details because I don't know of her age. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna end this live stream because the said individual say what he needed to say. We got to do more research on this. This is Floridian Rollo signing off. Just be mindful and cognizant of who you entertain, ladies. You know, because you have these things around who will try to get into your life. And to the officer, did not bring awareness to the situation, not knowing what he got himself into. And so you're going to have a lot of people talk about this. Expect a lot of people to talk about it. All I can tell you is that you heard the Mel thing. I did hear it. However, you have Georgetown University just earlier today did something. So there's a lot that's going on with this whole situation. So when they heard who it was, within 2 to 3 hours, they did a commemoration of her. So we got to get more into it. We got to get some tapes. We got to hear what the Georgetown alumni has to say, what her sorority team had to say. So this is just breaking news. You know, it's more to it than the situation that occurred. You know, we're going to find out about who she dated, who was her teammates, did she have anybody to talk to? We'll find out. Stay tuned, y'all. However, this entity right here, he was gloating too much. I know who he is. Because he got a lot of demons on him. For him to be talking about she having legions and stuff like that. No, you got a lot going on.